I would rather have 4 people who were killers than 7 people who were like part of the way in it, you know? So, but I would rather have 7 killers than 4 killers, because 7 killers is probably going to do outsized gains to the amount of business that you're able to do.
And it pushes the owner to model, right? And to grow. What do I do with my 7 killers? I got to feed them.
Yep.
Killers are hungry, Ross.
They're always bulking.
So go get you 6, 7 killers.
Get you 6, 7 killers, because that's like, we didn't get to it, but like, we cut, but then it's like, oh crap. What if we get a second, point of sale?
Yeah.
What if we do the third point?
What are you looking at?
Well, I mean, there's nothing over there, man. There's definitely not the show notes.
That's where I think. I look that way when
over the right shoulder.
But here, let me move us on.
Yeah. Well, can I ask one more question on the whole killers point?
Yeah, please. I'm an expert on that.
Brandon Flowers. Yeah, he works here. Get used to it.
How do you make killers? It's easy to
Ross.
That's just a separate podcast.
No, I mean, come on. I mean, we can kind of touch on it, guys. I mean,
how to make a killer.
As far
it's a Netflix series.
The making of a killer. If you, I just think so many people are in that place where they look at their team. Let's say they have like 7 people. Let's say they have like
6 or 7.
This is the most aged podcast.
Oh gosh.
But we can just say that we recorded this 6 months ago.
Yeah. Like cutting edge.
Dom's laughing over there, so it just makes it even more difficult. Let's say you have 7 Breeses on your team, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And like realistically, you've got 2 of them, maybe 3 of them that are like really good at everything behind the bar.
Yep.
They're good at taking orders, drinks, they're fast, they're good at latte art, whatever. How do you go from just 2 or 3 to like your whole team are killers?
Okay, what's the temperament of your other team? Do you like them? Are you like,
I mean,
I got to get these people out of here?
After work together.
They're good people. They're just under-trained. Maybe some of them are just a little bit slow. You know how some people are a little slow?
Sure.
Yeah.
Not like it that way, but like in like behind the bar at work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think training as a point is one thing. And then I think you have to look at your A players and be like, how long do I want these people to stay here? And then you have to establish a system that's going to let them stay there for longer. And that doesn't necessarily mean promotion. It means, do you have upward mobility for pay? Do you have a way for them to be able to be in that position for a while? And then realistically, if you take care of that on that end, the people who are not the A players are going to churn out. And then you can replace them with other people who are A players similar to the people that you have. So I would say that's method 1. And then method 2, yeah, I mean, in terms of training, what do you think you do to take those people who might be slow behind the bar or not quite on the level of the other people?
Oh, man. I think people are good and they just need something to get after,
Yep.
So if you're the leader, you got to give them something to follow. You got to have a vision, a mission, a challenge, a goal, a training, an opportunity,
Can we speak Raleigh right now? Raleigh.
That's all we
Who's
do.
Raleigh?
That's me.
That's your name,
What's
big
up,
dog.
Raleigh?
I'm speaking Raleigh right now.
Okay, I'll say something.
Say it.
You guys suck.
I think it kind of. I'm tired of this crap. I think hires who are older, or sometimes married, or sometimes kids,
Yeah.
often perform better. There, I said it.
Well, they have more responsibility.
And it's because they are hungry for growth, and I think that is kind of a big marquee trait of people. They want to take care of their family. They want to be the best at their craft.
Well, it makes sense. They're more incentivized by money.
Yeah.
Than someone who is living with their parents.
Yeah. And I think I've said it on this podcast before. I feel like all the professions out there, especially like the corporate world, they're like, man, I wish that all of our employees weren't just money hungry. And I've had the thought in this company, man, I wish that people were just like a little more driven by by a duality between passion for what they're doing, but also like I'm trying to get after it. I'm trying to be a killer.
Well, I think, dude, you just kind of said it earlier, is that most places don't create opportunities.
Exactly.
If you feed the passion, if you get educated, if you get after it, if you pin your ears back, you're going to get rewarded monetarily. And a huge systemic issue with that is your classic manager problem of that all the extra money goes to a manager. And it's like, okay, manager or owner, manager, everybody else. It's like, all right, well, that manager is going to be here. So I just need to bide my time here and find that next thing. I used to talk about that a lot, but the minimum standard model, everybody, if you're not pushing, you're just finding your line of how do I not get fired at this job? I did that. I played that game.
Yeah.
I was like, I just know that I need to kind of get there on time and like be nice and that's it. But if I have a leader that's like, yo, you want to be here and you want to make more money and you want to get after it, here, do this.
Yeah.
Watch this. Try this.
On that note of firing people, just really quickly.
I didn't say anything about firing people.
You didn't?
That's all he heard.
Now
you have to say it.
Yeah, what are you going to say?
Did you actually not say anything about firing people?
Nah, dude.
It's more like paying them more.
Just go there.
Just go there.
Regardless, on the opposite note of paying people more, fire people faster. Just plain and simple. The reason that we haven't fired people faster in the past is because we've been
babies,
passive about it. And I think that I can definitively say that I've never regretted firing someone in this company.
What's an example of a behavior that someone would do that would make them get fired faster?
Shutting down at feedback and then lashing out at coworkers, making people feel uncomfortable. That's kind of like a insta.
Like inappropriate remarks or something like that. Yeah.
And then
Ethan does
repeat underperforming behavior that you ask for correction, maybe train correction, and it doesn't get corrected.
So it's not that they are underskilled or underperforming at their job. It's that they are not showing a trajectory and hunger for growth.
Maybe both.
And maybe both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what you said is key. Is it's not
if you're constantly moving the goalposts in a good way, as an organization who's trying to grow more and more and more. If someone isn't striving to grow, then they are underperforming.
Sure.
Well, you said it's passive.
Thank you. Sorry.
It's like
looking at you.
The reality is if you're not firing people, like that really negatively affects the team. If we're talking about how do we get killers,
yeah,
it's a big part of that is that we like made the standard known. Mm-hmm. Not saying that we just went out there and
made an example of someone.
You're done.
Yeah.
But even when we talk about firing, it needs to be an active process in that like everybody knows what we're on the same page. We are talking about this a lot.
Yeah.
So that's if you're doing it slowly, it's probably because you're doing it passively and you're just like, oh, I don't want to talk to this person again about this thing. But it's like, you need to. They need to hear it. You need to hear it. And it stinks if they don't get the chance to like grow with you. But like hopefully they're able to learn that lesson, and apply it at another place.